This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 4.
It is a busy news day and we'll get to the headlines in just a moment. But first, for the next 2.5 hours, our Call for Action volunteers are standing by to help you with your consumer issues.
Hey, there they are. Well, they've helped hundreds of people over the years, and now it's your chance to ask for their help. You can call 608-270-2833. Catherine Merck will be joining us in a few minutes to explain how this process works.
Well, the Biden administration is reclassifying cannabis as a lower risk substance.
This is after 50 years of the drug being classified alongside heroin and ecstasy. Maddie Heimsch has the details. Maddie?
Brady, Armand, drugs in that classification are defined as having no accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. Supporters of the move say that definition just doesn't hold true when it comes to cannabis. The new rule will redefine the substance as one that has moderate to low potential for physical and psychological dependence. I spoke with State Senator Melissa Agard about the ruling. She says it's bigger than just cannabis.
Cannabis-related offenses have an unequal impact on people of color in our nation. And here in Wisconsin, it's pretty egregious. So this is going to provide us an opportunity to certainly roll up our sleeves and ensure that we have more justice and fairness.
This all comes after President Biden asked the Department of Health and Human Services and the Justice Department to examine the original classification, in which the HHS concluded that there was some, quote, credible scientific support that marijuana could be used effectively in certain medical situations. Now, the reclassification won't take immediate effect. A 60-day period will allow officials to make a final determination this summer.
Maddie, thank you. Let's get a look outside now with our first sworn forecast. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano out on the patio. Jacob?
Yeah, we had a few storms roll through our area. Still seeing some of those storms impact parts of the region east of Dane County. Looking at the current radar, just a few locations still experiencing some of those showers and storms. Right now, portions of Dodge and Jefferson County still seeing some rainfall, but this round of precipitation will clear out of the area pretty quickly. But we may still continue to see some pop-up showers and maybe even a pop-up storm during the evening. Very unlikely that any of these storms will be severe, and this will mostly be for Dane County and areas east. The majority of our area, especially west of Dane County, we are looking dry through the overnight hours. But once those pop-up showers do clear out of our area, we're not expecting any further precipitation, especially once we get closer to midnight. And then for tomorrow, we are going to be dry. Now, taking a look at the temperatures, temperature-wise, it's been another very comfortable day, and here in Madison, we haven't really seen any rainfall, but a few areas did see some thunderstorms, but for the most part, there are several parts of the area that were dry, so it was another very nice day for most of us. 70s are the current temperatures, and during the evening, we're going to remain mostly dry, and we're actually going to see the clouds clear out of the area, especially for Madison and areas west, as temperatures will stay in the 60s. So similar to yesterday evening, get out and enjoy the weather this evening if you can. But if you can't, it's going to be a beautiful weekend, especially if you like the warmer temperatures. I'll talk about just how warm it could get coming up a bit later.
Thank you, Jacob. The Madison Metropolitan School Board saw the first draft of the 2024-2025 budget this week, and as it stands, it could give taxpayers a break.
But come November, they could be asking voters to help make up that lost funding. Braden Ross joins us to explain. Braden?
Yeah, the first thing to know here, nothing is set in stone. Members of the Madison Metropolitan School District are still weighing all their options when it comes to funding for next year. But one of those options could include putting a referendum on taxpayers' ballots this fall. The current preliminary budget proposal would cut spending by more than $2 million and cut the property tax rate by 11%. But board members could ask taxpayers to forego those cuts and approve more spending for the district, just like they did 4 years ago.
Referendum funding was absolutely crucial, and we owe our community. We built 6 schools. We built 1 new one, remodeled 4, and modified 1 in 4 years. We managed to make significant investments in our students and our scholars and what they need and the facilities they deserve.
Board member Nikki Vandermeulen says the extra funding is crucial again this year to be able to keep up with wage increases and inflation, but she says she'd like to see some relief come from state government as well. In April, 93 school districts across the state of Wisconsin had referenda on their ballots. Only 56 of those, that's around 60%, were approved by voters.
Thank you, Braden. Next, let's head over to the other side of the building, to the Call for Action headquarters.
That's where we find our Catherine Merck. What's going on, Catherine?
Brady and Armand, hello. We're here at the call center where we just kicked off our call-a-thon. Our call for action volunteers will be here for the next 2.5 hours, being advocates for our community and taking consumer complaints. Take a look at what's happening behind me. We have many volunteers answering both calls and getting responses over emails. They're taking information about people's issues with government agencies, businesses, and other entities and saving our community money. Let's take a look at one volunteer's work specifically. I'm going to bring it over to Melissa here. Hello. Hi. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Sure. Happy to be here.
Tell me about how long you've been a Call for Action volunteer and why you wanted to get involved.
Sure. I've been doing it for about 2.5 years. I started after I had an opportunity to help an elderly family member with some paperwork and taxes and insurance. And when I saw the call for volunteers, I thought, I can do that. I can make the phone calls, I can research, I can help people.
Well, thank you for your service to our community. Tell me a little bit about what surprises you most about some of the calls that you hear from people in our area.
Yeah, so we get a lot of like repeat calls and things we've had before, and sometimes people just don't know what to do, but we've seen a lot, and a lot of times we can just direct them really easily for how they can handle things. In some cases are pretty easy for us.
So we're trying to get people for the next 2.5 hours to make calls and get help for some folks. Tell me a little bit about what the advice would be to some people who are maybe going to call today about what can we do to make sure that people get their cases heard.
Sure. I mean, just give us a call. We'll take just some basic information tonight about your case, and then we'll get back to you later and get more details, and we'll assign someone to help you.
Melissa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
She's going to be one of our many volunteers calling throughout the rest of the evening. We're going to have live updates here from the call center. Make sure to stick with us. We'll send it back over to Brady and Armand.
Catherine, thank you. There's additionally this QR code along with that number that you can call to get help for your consumer complaints.
It's always cool seeing the behind the scenes of what goes on with Call for Action.
Definitely. They're doing some really important work.
Very, very true. Thanks, Catherine.
And coming up next, former President Donald Trump's hush money trial is on its 3rd day.
And his ex-attorney Michael Cohen took the stand. See how Trump's defense team attacked the credibility of his former attorney when we come back.
Save big money with these hot deals at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. Natural wood mulch is just $169. Status indoor-outdoor carpet is only 49 cents a square foot. 10-inch premium hanging baskets are just $9.99. And all Burpee seeds are on sale. Plus 11% rebate. These hot deals won't last long. Hurry in before time runs out. Sign up for Menards emails to get more hot deals. Plus the weekly flyer right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Memorial Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Hi, I'm Jeff from Nuts.com. When my grandfather started this business in 1929, he relied on 4 important values: freshness, quality, variety, and service. I'm proud to carry on his legacy, but from a bigger space. We still freshly roast, season, and dip delicious nuts here in New Jersey and deliver them with the freshest dried fruits, snacks, and sweets to families that love our products all around the country, including mine.
We think you'll love Nuts.com too, so check us out and enjoy 20% off plus free shipping on your first order.
Well, here's a live look at the Call for Action Call-a-thon.
And if you have a consumer complaint, you can call now, 608-270-2833. Well, tonight at 10, the second part of our series, Love in the Public Domain, will air.
The series is focused on Joe Gao, the former UWL chancellor ousted for his participation in online pornography.
News 8 Now's Allison Forget sat down with Gao and his wife, Carmen Wilson. Allison, what can we expect from the second part of the series?
Brady and Armand, tonight will explain how the couple's lives have changed since the initial story broke. The couple essentially went viral after it came out that they were posting pornographic videos of themselves to adult film sites. So obviously, they are getting a lot more attention when they go out into the community. At first, the attention was overwhelming, especially for Gao.
When the news first broke and it was so viral, I went into the grocery store and Joe waited in the car.
And they still can't go out without people noticing. Gao and Wilson say while most people they've interacted with have been supportive, not everyone has had a positive reaction. They tell me some of their family members are still struggling with it. So tonight at 10, we'll talk more about how this has impacted their families and how their relationship with the university has changed. Brady and Armand.
Allison, thank you. For a third day, former President Trump's ex-lawyer Michael Cohen was on the witness stand in Trump's New York criminal trial. Cohen is the prosecution's star witness, but Trump's defense team hammered him today, trying to portray Cohen as a liar. Bradley Blackburn reports from New York.
Former President Trump's defense team attacked Michael Cohen on the stand Thursday, ticking through past crimes and times Trump's one-time lawyer and fixer has admittedly lied under oath. Trump's defense also suggested Cohen was upset he wasn't chosen to serve in Trump's White House and has since made millions by slamming the former president. The jury heard clips of TV interviews where Cohen vowed revenge.
Do you think they've done an effective job of undermining Cohen's credibility?
The defense has done an effective job of showing that Michael Cohen is a witness who comes with baggage.
Cohen testified he lied to protect Trump as well as his own wife and family. He also told the jury about calling Trump's bodyguard to inform Trump about hush money payments paid to Stormy Daniels. Trump is charged with falsifying business records to cover up the payment and has pleaded not guilty.
Mr. Trump, will you testify?
The former president had a large entourage accompany him to the courthouse Thursday, including 11 congressional allies.
We're here of our own volition because there are things we can say that President Trump is unjustly not allowed to say.
I think the courtroom has provided an opportunity for Republican officials to audition for either the vice presidency and or a position in a future cabinet. It's a bunch of Republican officials trying to prove their loyalty to the former president, which we know is really, really important to him.
Cohen is expected to be the prosecution's last witness. Then the defense will have a chance to present its case. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
The trial will pause tomorrow so former President Trump can attend his son's high school graduation. The judge also announced the case may stretch past Memorial Day weekend.
Officials will begin ferrying much-needed humanitarian aid into Gaza after more than 7 months of intense fighting in the Israel-Hamas war. Anchored just a few miles off the Gaza coastline, the massive U.S. military-constructed dock is expected to be operational in a matter of days as Israel continues its invasion of Rafah. Its arrival has been difficult thanks to major logistical, security, and weather challenges.
Land routes will be optimal, but as you know, we continue to see challenges in terms of getting aid in via ground. We're going to continue to employ this method to work with the international community to get aid into the people of Gaza.
UN officials say heavy fighting on the outskirts of Rafah has rendered some 600,000 people without homes, a quarter of Gaza's population. Another 100,000 civilians have fled parts of northern Gaza now that the Israeli military has restarted combat operations there.
The Transportation Security Administration says it's ready for the busiest summer travel season ever, beginning with the upcoming Memorial Day holiday. Between May 23rd to May 29th, the TSA expects to screen more than 18 million passengers at airport checkpoints nationwide. Next Friday, May 24th, is forecast to be the busiest day of the long Memorial Day weekend, with 3 million people expected to fly. Oof. And the agency says the summer, that'll be even busier.
There will be some days this summer that we will likely see 3 million travelers in our screening checkpoints across the country. Our current record is about 2.9 million, but we expect 3 or 3.1 million travelers, most likely during the busiest days during the core of the summer in July and early part of August.
Already this year, the TSA says passenger travel is up 8%. 7 of the 10 busiest passenger screening days in TSA history have been in the past 12 months. 2 of them last week. How about that? Well, a few showers are in the area this afternoon. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Jacob Montesano. Jacob?
Thanks, Brady. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know past the rainfall right now. We are going to see warmer temperatures starting tomorrow, but especially over the weekend where highs could possibly hit 80 degrees. We are going to see more rain, though, for next week, especially for Monday and Tuesday of next week. And after the rainfall, we are going to see cooler temperatures, but still fairly comfortable, as highs this time of year, typically even on the colder days, are in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Now, taking a look at the current radar, still seeing some of these pop-up showers and storms for the eastern half of our area. Looks like the storm in Jefferson County just now clearing out of our viewing area. There is a storm very close to Beaver Dam, impacting a good portion of Dodge County, and we may continue to see some of these pop-up showers and storms over the next several hours. But the likelihood that any of them will be severe is very low. So these pop-up showers and storms could continue through sunset, but it looks like we'll be done with the rainfall by the time we get to sunset, and especially by midnight, we're going to see dry conditions. And then once it completely dries out, we're going to be dry for the most part through the weekend, as temperatures could be in the lower 80s for both days. Saturday looks to be the warmer of the 2 days, with a forecasted high of 83 and then 81 for Sunday. It does look like the rain will hold off until the end of the weekend, with some showers and possibly a few storms moving in Sunday night. So let's take a look at the forecast for the beginning of next week. Here comes that rainfall for Monday. Monday doesn't look to be quite as rainy as Tuesday, but we still are expecting some scattered showers and storms during the afternoon and evening. But Tuesday, we're expecting widespread rainfall, could be heavy at times, with plenty of showers and storms throughout the entire day before that rain finally clears out by the time we get to Wednesday morning. But it possibly could continue into the overnight hours on Tuesday. So looking at total precipitation, mostly from Monday and Tuesday, but this is overall over the next 7 days, we could be talking about rainfall over 1.5 inches, possibly even approaching 2 inches for a few locations. Now, we'll have more details on the rainfall as the days get closer, but it does look very likely that we are going to see some heavy rainfall Monday and especially on Tuesday. Now, here's a closer look at the chances of rainfall over the next several days. We are going to see the best chance of rainfall Monday during the day and Tuesday during the day, but the rain chances will decrease as we head towards the middle of the week. Temperatures will also cool down a little bit, but as I mentioned a moment ago, still going to see highs in the lower 70s, so still fairly comfortable. And by the end of next week, we do have another chance of some showers for next weekend.
All right, thank you, Jacob. Well, it is almost a weekend in the 608. Up top.
Yeah, there we go.
We're almost there. Well, now is the time to plan ahead for everything happening here in southern Wisconsin.
Yeah, and it's going to be a hot one, apparently. Josh Ryder is here with your weekend planner.
There's a lot going on this weekend as we kick off the unofficial start of summer festivals in the 608. First up, one of our favorites and an annual tradition on News 3 Now. Set and Dubai in Stoughton returns in the 608, and we're gearing up for all of the fun. It's a weekend-long celebration of Norwegian heritage featuring fun activities and cultural experiences for the whole family. Join in for 3 days of parades, amazing foods and drinks, arts and music, athletic competitions, and kids activities. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor. I'll be in Stoughton tomorrow, joining the Norwegian dancers for some live TV on the morning show you will not want to miss. You can also stop by Pheasant Branch Conservancy Saturday morning for a creek corridor bird walk. We featured this yesterday in the 608. This is happening from 8 to 10 a.m. Just meet at the Park Street entrance. Organizers with the Friends of Pheasant Branch say this is a wonderful opportunity to take in the nature we have in our own backyard and maybe see or learn something new. Finally, see if you are the greatest euchre player in the world. Join the ultimate showdown of euchre skills at the World Euchre Championship. The singles tournament still has spots open in New Glarus on Saturday at 1 p.m. Tickets are $20 and it's all for charity. No cash winnings, but you are competing for the World Championship belt and a whole host of prizes. Remember, we are your home for what's happening in the 608. You can go to channel3000.com and click on this section or the community calendar. In the 608, I'm Josh Spreiter, News 3 Now.
It's always something to do around here.
Yeah, that's why he had that Norwegian outfit hanging over there in the newsroom.
We were checking out your desk, Josh, so and questions answered. Well, what would you say if we said we're going to have former President Barack Obama, Jay-Z, and Denzel Washington on the couch at the same time?
Well, sort of. Yeah. Comedian, actor, and impressionist Jay Farrow talking to us about how you can see him live in Madison.
If your home or business property has suffered storm damage, go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Ace will work with your insurance company to get you the best results for your damaged roof, siding, or gutters. Call now for a free storm damage inspection from Ace Exterior Solutions.
Certain this is going to work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Imagine having a Medicare Advantage plan that can help cover costs for dental services or even groceries. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is offering special benefits called Essential Extras, available for Medicare Advantage plan members. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible to enroll today. Unsure if you're eligible? Our licensed insurance agents can help. Just call the number on your screen today. Medicare Advantage plans cover everything in original Medicare Parts A and B while offering coverage for additional benefits. With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans, you could get no-cost essential extras you might not expect. These plans may include allowances for dental, vision, hearing, assistive devices, or even money for healthy groceries. That's not all, though. You could also get an allowance to help pay for utility costs like gas, electric, water, or sewer. It can even be used towards internet and cellular providers. Explore 2024 Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras in your zip code by calling today. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible. Essential extras could even include transportation to plan-approved destinations. But you won't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. You have to call to see if you're eligible to enroll. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to offer these special no-cost Medicare Advantage plan benefits that help provide comfort and convenience to make everyday life easier. Don't miss out. Call Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield today to explore 2024 Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras. If you're new to Medicare, on Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible.
Call 800-694-1143. 800-694-1143. That's 800-694-1143.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
If your home or business property has suffered storm damage, go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Ace will work with your insurance company to get you the best results for your damaged roof, siding, or gutters. Call now for a free storm damage inspection from Ace Exterior Solutions.
All right, here's a live look at the call for action call-a-thon. If you have a consumer complaint, call us now, 608-270-2833.
Oh, we have no complaints about this next guest. He can do more than 200 celebrity impressions.
That's right.
Right?
That's absolutely true.
And there's only one Jay Farrow, though.
There's only one Jay Farrow. There are some clones out there, though. I see them now. I got some kids out there, but I encourage my children. I don't knock them. Sure. I like everybody keep doing it. No. I say that to say this. Everybody that's doing it, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Keep going, man. You know what I mean? There's some people that are really talented out there. So a shout out to Joey Gadet, my dude. You know what I'm saying? I had to give a shout out to him. But yeah, man, we here. I feel so underdressed. I got on this Dragon Ball Z bomber flight and y'all got on prom suits. I should have put on. I've
had mine until about prom.
I'll loosen up my tie. Does that help?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Now you know what? Now you look like a doo-wopper from 1950.
With the hair
That's with
too,
the
right?
hair too, with the swoop, or a game show host.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see
You
a
can do
game
that.
show host.
Look what's on the board. Cheese curd, like like that.
Oh, he knows some Madison.
I know
lingo
some
already.
Madison. All you gotta do is talk about the Kurds, baby. That's it. Talk about the Kurds and the fact that all the black people are in Milwaukee and all the black. Well, this is Milwaukee, of course, but this is not Milwaukee. This is Madison.
Yeah.
All the black people. So I take my statement back. All black people in Wisconsin and Green Bay.
Yeah.
So it's probably what you're the blackest person here. Oh my gosh!
Is this what we're in for your show?
Listen.
You've been making us laugh while we've been waiting.
I'm gonna be listening. You got to do it because ain't nothing funny about this job. I see what y'all go through. You know what I mean? You just showed the Trump thing up there, Mr. Donald thing up there. I saw that. He was
sitting there looking like this. I don't know what's going to happen, but possibly I'll get out of this. My African Americans love me, absolutely. They're all in different places. None of them here. Do you know why none of them are here? Because this is white. That's what it is. This place is so white, absolutely. This place was so white when I came into it. Somebody asked me for Taylor Swift tickets. That's how white it is. It's just white, absolutely.
I love that. He's like a character.
Well, one of your many impressions.
Absolutely.
And I read that you started doing impressions when you were a kid, and it was
6 years
a certain
old.
Disney parrot.
It
right?
was Iago off of Aladdin. Yeah, that's. I used to get girls by doing impression. That's how I got it. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, there was no blood flow down there at that time. But I got older. You know what I'm saying? I could use it. But at 6 years old, you don't have any. You're just a kid. So Gilbert Godfrey was my first one.
You got girls with his voice?
I got girls with his voice.
Wow.
Sarah, shout out to Sarah. Sarah liked it. She definitely did. Redhead Sarah. She used to have cowboy boots on. I remember. A very vivid imagination. I can remember a lot. But I used to use it. You know what I mean? I get girls and I'm Mountain Jafar. And she was like, "You're my boyfriend now." I was like, "Okay, all right."
Did you send Gilbert a thank you for that?
I did. When I told him in person, thank you. I told him he was my first impression. And Gilbert Godfrey is so docile off of stage. He's not on stage. He's I tell you, and off stage he's like, yeah, how you doing? Yeah. It's like he goes from loud energy to like Anderson .Paak. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, he gets down like that. Y'all know who Anderson .Paak?
I do know who Anderson .Paak is.
You know who Anderson .Paak is. I mean, I'm sure you've been at the concert.
Silk Sonic,
I'm sure.
yeah.
Yeah, you've been there. You know Anderson .Paak.
I'm sure I do somehow. I don't know.
What you doing?
Oh, there we go.
Where you at? Where you at? You got plans. Don't do that.
See, everyone knows I'm a Reba McEntire fan.
You like Reba McEntire?
I do.
Yes. Okay. I would say I wouldn't have said that. I would have said Coldplay or something like that.
Yeah,
or I would say Smashing Pumpkins. You like a big Billy Corgan fan, no? Not a Billy. The world is a vampire. I'm a Billy Corgan fan.
Yeah.
That's why I'm talking to you about it, because I like him. You know what I'm saying? Set to drain. Secret destroyers. I know all of it. I hope y'all can use that, because you're going to use 10 seconds before you get sued. That's why I keep cutting it off.
Oh, sure.
We
appreciate it.
Yeah. Standards and practices, baby. I know all about it. You feel me?
So
I got
you Billy Corgan, you can do all these impressions. I mean, have any of these people ever been there when you're doing them, or did you contact you afterwards?
Kanye, but he just doesn't like to be made fun of. Denzel, I did Denzel. I didn't do him to him, but he saw it, and I met him in 2019 at the AFI Achievement Award ceremony. And the whole night every time I walked up to the table, it's like he walked away. It's almost like he felt me, like I was coming. Pause, no diddy. It's almost like he felt I was coming over to him. And then I didn't meet him at the ceremony, and then we went across the street for the after party. And then I was bummed. I was telling people, I was like, man, I ain't meet Denzel. I mean, I was telling Chris Tucker, I was like, Chris, I ain't meet Denzel. Man, he gonna be in here, man. Don't worry, man. He gonna be here. He gonna come in, man. Don't worry about it. You gonna meet him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gonna meet him. And so he's like, wait right there. So I waited, and Denzel walks in, and Denzel looks at me, he goes, oh, snap, you owe me a lot of money, Negro. You know that, right? You owe me a lot of money, okay? All right? Because I'm keeping you hot. You're a lot taller than I thought, too. You're a lot taller, huh? You lift weights, huh? You're kind of bigger, too. You're bigger than I thought as well. Yeah, okay, all right. And then we look at each other. I'm talking to him, and as we're talking, the photographer says, she takes the picture, and we both posed at the same time and went back to talking. It was cool.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, I felt Denzel-ish. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop doing Denzel around my mom. She was getting hot.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're getting higher, so we might have to take a break from this.
That's wild. You get hot over Zell. That's crazy.
And before we wrap up, so you have 3 nights of shows here in Madison.
3 nights in Madison.
State,
yep.
Starting tonight, and then 2 tomorrow, 2 on Saturday.
Yep.
Before we go, what should people expect?
Everything, man. Listen, what you shouldn't expect is just to come to the show and just get an hour of impression. That's not what I do. You understand? I've been through things. I talk about everything that's going on. I talk sense at my show, and I feel like a sense of sense has been lost in these last years. You know what I mean? I feel like we're living in a topsy-turvy alternate reality where lies are the new truth and fake is the new real. So I talk about that. You know what I mean? Have a way you want to interpret that, you can interpret it. But I'm on. This is Fox, right? So y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I ain't got to say too much. You've been talking about it. We know what's going on, but I talk about it. Okay? I talk about everything, and then you just get more of an insight who I really am, and you just see that he a cool, chill dude that just happen to be funny and just do this, you know? So I'm blessed, brother. You feel me?
All right, and tickets are still available. Saturday at 7:30 is sold out, I believe.
That's right.
But you can go to
Comedy on State.
Comedy on State to find out more. Thank you, Jay, for being on with me.
No, thank you for having me, man. And yeah, y'all wait for that Disney documentary because y'all thought Nickelodeon was crazy. Wait till you see that. Woo! Happy to not be a Nick kid, baby.
We'll be right back.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
It's replacement window season. Do you have ugly, hard to open, drafty windows? Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows. Because when you buy 2, you get 2 free. Buy 2 Champion windows, get 2 free? I guess that means if you buy 4, you get 4 free. Buy 6, get 6 free. Buy 10, get 10 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2, Get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
Great job, everybody. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like hazy or blurred vision, so it's hard to see fine details. Colors that appear dull or washed out. Or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
Obamacare is a disaster. We want to terminate it. That would mean over 100 million Americans will lose protections for pre-existing conditions.
President Biden has protected the Affordable Care Act and lowered healthcare costs for millions by $800 a year. Now, he'll make those savings permanent.
Healthcare should be a basic right. Folks, he's coming for your healthcare, and we're not going to let it happen. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Oh, doesn't that look nice?
Yeah, nice and calm there. Good.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was say good weather for swimming maybe this weekend.
I was gonna say I don't know why we're not on a boat right now. But yeah, here we are. Hey, Jacob, you're not on a boat either. You're outside though.
No, but I would say I feel like the lake temperatures are still a bit too cold, but the air temperatures will be warm enough. But I want to talk about what's currently happening for parts of our area. We're mostly dry, but we're still seeing some of those showers and storms to the east of Dane County, right now impacting portions of Dodge and Jefferson County. Pretty small areas though, but there are still some pockets of heavy rain possible through the evening. We could see more showers and storms form, mainly to the east of Dane County, but for the most part, we're looking dry throughout the rest of the evening. Again, all the rain that's expected going forward will be to the east of Dane County, but even then it'll be very brief. We are going to be dry for much of the overnight hours, and then we're going to be warm tomorrow. I'll talk about just how warm it could get coming up a little bit later.
Jacob, thank you. Vice President Kamala Harris is in Milwaukee today.
This marks her 4th visit to Wisconsin so far just this year. Political reporter Will Keneally has the details. Will?
Well, the VP was back here in Wisconsin as part of a nationwide economic opportunity tour. She sat down with comedian and radio host D.L. Hewley to talk about what the current administration is doing to create housing, jobs, and investing in small businesses.
They're small businesses doing extraordinary work. When you see the signs around Milwaukee and around our country brought to you by the Biden-Harris administration, and you see a crane and you see shovels in the ground.
Now, during her visit, she also announced $300,000 to bolster home buying counseling efforts here in Wisconsin. This, of course, comes with increased attention here in Wisconsin as both Biden and Trump campaigns are investing more money and resources here ahead of November.
Thank you, Will. The Dow Jones Industrial Average crossed the 40,000 mark for the first time this morning, then fell back with the rest of the market. The Dow lost 38, and the Nasdaq was down 44, and the S&P lost 11.
Let's check back in with Catherine Merck in our Call for Action headquarters for an update on the call-a-thon. Hey, Catherine.
Brady and Armand, hello. We're here live at the Call for Action call center, and we're going to be here until 6:30, taking consumer calls and getting answers for people in our community. Take a look at what's going on right now. We have multiple volunteers here taking calls and also getting online forms from people. People are sending us complaints about businesses, government agencies, other entities, and we're here to answer your problems. Call now. We're going to take it over to one of our volunteers here. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Want to introduce yourself and tell us how long you've been here with our Call for Action team?
Yes, I'm Don, and I've been at this about 5 months, and it's a very rewarding thing to be doing.
So in your 5 months, tell me a little bit about what surprised you about some of the calls that we get from people in our community.
The thing that really surprises me is how bad some business people can be and how non-responsive business people can be, which is why we're here and why we thrive at what we're doing.
In order for people to make sure that they're heard by you and other volunteers today, what's your advice to people making the calls and sending forms?
I think my advice to everybody is be your own advocate. It's very important to be your advocate, and when you find yourself against a wall, pick up the phone and call us, because we can help. We can't solve everyone's problems, but we can certainly help people to get good resolutions or better resolutions often than they can get for themselves.
Well, thank you so much for being part of our team today.
You're very welcome.
We're going to be here throughout the rest of our newscast. You can hear it's very busy behind us now. We're taking calls, and we're going to continue to do so, so make sure to keep calling us. We'll send it back over to the studio, where you'll get more information on the QR code, right?
Yes. Yeah, just scan that right now. Hold up your phone, go into your camera, scan that, and we'll take you to an internet site, and then you can help this out. Yeah.
There we go, and get some help for yourself as well. Well, the first official portrait of King Charles III was unveiled this week.
Coming up next, why the contemporary look of the artist isn't pleasing everyone.
As summer approaches, is your house ready? Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. Call now for $1,200 off whole home insulation plus a $1,200 tax credit.
USA Insulation.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Our city has a pulse. Steps from bustling and wild. Come find familiar. Experience new. Live in our rhythm and stay.
New at 5, and a major shift of America's stance on marijuana. President Biden reclassifies the controversial substance. But how will this decision ripple across Wisconsin?
At 5, we'll be tracking the end of a line of showers and thunderstorms moving out of the area, with our focus then on very warm temperatures for the weekend. How high the mercury will go, I have the answer at 5.
And ahead at 6, the Madison School District faces 2 choices: get a referendum or cut the budget and face the teachers union without raises. We dive into their predicament tonight at 6.
The first official portrait of His Majesty King Charles III as monarch was unveiled this week, and it took a lot of people by surprise.
Sure did, us too. CBS's Leah Mishkin sat down with the artist and gives us a glimpse into his sessions with the king and what inspired the contemporary take on a long-standing tradition.
The color catches your eye. Then King Charles staring back at you, a look that makes you feel like you're in the room with him.
When you're starting a painting like this, you're kind of stepping into a sort of long tradition of there's a sort of there are formats to it and expectations, and I felt it should be different from that.
What inspired you to paint it those shades of red?
The original inspiration was his he was set for me in a red, very, very bright red, what's known as the Welsh Guards tunic. It's a bit more subtle in reality.
Jonathan Yeo had 4 sittings with the king between 2021 and 2023.
That's a tough secret to hide.
Exactly.
The artist behind the portrait shared King Charles paints in his spare time. He told us they spoke about art and the environment, 2 topics close to the British monarch's heart.
I saw you had a little butterfly in the corner. Is that a nod to his work?
Exactly. But he suggested it. He said, what about, a butterfly landing on my shoulder? They always seem to do that.
A symbol King Charles didn't know would make the piece.
And then when he became king, while I was, midway through it, that gave it an extra, relevance, because certainly in art history terms, it's the butterfly is the symbol of the rebirth.
When the head of state saw the finished portrait...
And he didn't comment on the color, actually. He just commented on the butterfly. I think he likes it.
Yeo says he found the king warm, curious, pretty funny, and very kind. And he hopes that all comes through in the portrait. Leah Mishkin, CBS News.
The portrait is approximately 8.5 by 6.5 feet framed, and it's not the first time Jonathan Yeo has painted a royal's portrait. He's also painted the Duchess of Cornwall, now the Queen, and the late Duke of Edinburgh, the king's father.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's a different sort of painting for a head of state, but I thought it was kind of neat.
It reminds me of the portrait you have in your bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
Of yourself.
Just my face surrounded by red paint, yeah. All right.
Well, coming up next, teens and vaping, a concern among many parents.
Dr. Zorba Pastor is here with a study that shows the marketing clout of social media and the likelihood young people will take up vaping. That's when we return.
Here at Portage Furniture, our customers, well, they're everything to us. And to say thank you the entire month of May, you can save big at our Customer Appreciation Sale. So many of you deserve a thank you. Our first responders, our teachers, our farmers, and our vets, and everyone in between. These are real people, real customers, and the real reason we're here. All furniture brands are on sale. I mean everything, and everyone saves.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure. Novartis may help you save on your prescription.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower. So he went right to work on handling the project. That's him going online researching bathtub and shower installers. And there he is, calling a few places to get an estimate. I think he's procrastinating.
Call 1-800-HANSONS for a new shower or bathtub you'll love. Installed in as little as 1 day.
It's okay. I called 1-800-HANSONS.
We custom fit your new bathtub or shower into your existing space for a fast, convenient, and hassle-free installation with any safety features your family needs. Safety bars, seats, and more with a no-leak guarantee.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna call 1-800-HANSONS.
That's great, hon.
Get 50% off installation or no interest, no payments for 2 full years. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile. This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this Memorial Day. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
Welcome back. New research shows that the more time young people spend on social media, it's a greater likelihood that they'll both smoke and or vape.
Our doctor on call, Zorba Pastor, is here to look into that behavior. So really, that has that much of an impact.
Oh, it has. This is a big issue. So I'm a child of the 50s and 60s, and when I was a kid, smoking advertising on TV was common. In fact, it was the most common advertising on TV. I know all the jingles about Winston, Lucky Strike, Camels, because they had jingles. And then the feds came in over time, once the Surgeon General came out and said, "Hey, smoking is bad for you." Who knew? 65% of the men smoked, 55% of the women smoked, and they said no more advertising on TV, and then smoking began to drop. And if you'll notice, you may not notice, there's no smoking advertisement on billboards anymore, and in magazines there are very few. Well, lo and behold, now we have social media. And what happens is the more kids watch social media, the more likely they are to smoke cigarettes and vape by a huge amount, maybe 3 to 4 times as much. So social media is the advertising for smoking and vaping. It's a big issue, and we have to do something about it.
So do they see like their peers doing it? Or
of course, they see their peers. You know, we all look at social media. Their peers who look. I mean, it's not advertising per se, but it is advertising per se. Now, are they behind it? Are the smokers? You know, are the smoker? You know, companies that produce either vaping or tobacco behind this? I don't know. You know, that's a little bit dark, but they may be. But I think there's a bottom line issue here. First of all, if you're a parent, you have to look at social media and your kids. And sometimes it means you're not on social media as much. You know, what? I mean, right. I mean, do as I say, not as I do. And a lot of parents are just on social media all the time. And guess what? Kids follow their parents. And so I think it's time, if you've got teenagers in the house, to look and say, there is a time to shut off your phone It's not only at dinner, but other times. And I don't know why parents aren't doing this, but a lot of parents aren't. You know, I think that's the issue. So it's an important thing to do because this really is advertising. Vaping is not as bad as smoking, but you know what? It's really not good. Anything other than pure air into your lungs is not good for your lungs. And we don't, all of a sudden, we don't really know what 20 years of vaping is going to be like because it's not been around for 20 years. We might find that it also causes cancer. We don't know.
It's important to really get ahead of that before, like you said, you know, the 50s, we waited till
And it's important for parents to begin to look at social media and shut off the phone. They can actually take the phone out of their teenager and put it in their own pockets. It's possible. And you can have a night when nobody looks at the phone. So I think it's just time for us to look at, you know, for parents to look at their kids and make a difference. And to realize that what you see on social media is not always the best thing.
Yeah, say that loud for the people in the back. Well, thank you very much for this conversation.
Great to be here.
All right, let's get a check of our weekend forecast with Jacob Montesano. Jacob?
Thanks, Brady. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know. We're going to be seeing temperatures reach the lower 80s as we head towards the weekend, but we are going to see more rainfall to start next work week, and temperatures won't be quite as warm for the middle of next week, but still fairly comfortable with high temperatures near 70. Still seeing some of those showers and storms across parts of our area, mostly in Dodge and Jefferson counties. We may continue to see some of these pop-up showers and storm form over the next couple of hours, but once we get to sunset, we are likely going to be completely dry. And for Dane County and areas west, we are likely completely dry going forward for the rest of this evening. So looking at the forecast, as I mentioned, the only chance of these pop-up showers will be to the east of Dane County. But for the most part, they're going to be very brief and very unlikely to produce any severe weather. And then we're going to be dry overnight into the weekend with temperatures possibly in the lower 80s. Both days we could be hitting 80s. Easily going to be our warmest weekend of the year so far. But then we have some more rain in the forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Monday won't be quite as rainy as Tuesday's. We're only going to see some pop-up showers and storms during the afternoon hours. But then Tuesday, we could be talking about widespread rainfall for several hours across our area. Could be heavy at times, could possibly see some thunderstorms as well. And it also looks like it could continue into the overnight hours before clearing out Wednesday morning. So total precipitation could definitely exceed an inch and a half, maybe get close to 2 inches for a few locations. But obviously we'll have more details on the rainfall Monday and Tuesday as it gets closer. But temperatures are going to drop a little bit after the rainfall, with highs only around 70 for the middle and end of next week. And we also have a few showers for next weekend.
Tens of millions of roofs across America are failing, wearing out decades early and leaking, oftentimes without you knowing about it, causing tremendous damage. Here's how you know you have a problem with your roof. Black streaking, your roof looks rough, or granules shedding off into your gutters or showing up in your driveway. Your roof is wearing out too fast, and it's going to cost you a bundle. RoofMax makes your roof like new by strengthening and rejuvenating it. So give us a call, and we'll give you a free assessment to see if your roof qualifies.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Sit pretty with spring savings at the Century House. Get $200 off all stressless recliners and ottomans, classic power-based recliners, home office chairs, and each seat of a stressless sofa, love seat, or sectional. Plus, get 10% off the new stressless Sky mattress and $50 off each stressless Laurel or Mint dining chair. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Spring is here! The grass is getting green and the flowers are blooming. And along with that comes the rain. Hi, Andrew Larson here from Larson Home Services. When's the last time someone inspected your roof, giving you the peace of mind that your roof was good to go for another year? At Larson Home Services, we'll give you a free 16-point inspection letting you know the true condition of your roof. Remember, when you think roofing, think Larson, Wisconsin's best roofing experience.
New at 5, at a major shift of America's stance on marijuana, President Biden reclassifies the controversial substance. But how will this decision ripple across the heartland? We shine a light on Wisconsin's reaction to this historic moment. That's coming up next.
Been scammed? Landlord not responding? Have billing disputes? Take action. Today from 4 to 6:30 p.m. call 608-270-2833 and News 3 Now's Call for Action investigators will help you get results.
A 7-foot-tall bronze sculpture of the late Reverend Billy Graham, the prolific evangelist, there we go, oh, it's Thursday, also known as America's Pastor, was unveiled at the U.S. Capitol today.
Graham's likeness, depicting the Charlotte-born minister with an open Bible in his hand, was revealed inside National Statuary Hall during a gathering attended by notable representatives, including House Speaker Mike Johnson, former Vice President Mike Pence, and Graham's family. Each state gets to place 2 statues on display inside the hall or elsewhere in the Capitol to honor the notables in their history.
Our family is honored that our earthly father will be here in this Capitol, pointing to future generations to our Heavenly Father and His Son, the Lord Jesus Christ.
Graham rose to fame in the 1950s as an evangelist who spoke out against segregation. He worked with Dr. Martin Luther King to bridge the country's racial divide.
And he also advised a dozen American presidents, from Harry Truman to Barack Obama. Graham died in 2018, a few months short of his 100th birthday.
We'll be right back.
Thank you for 29 quick and painless years. Wow, Fry to the rescue since 1995. And Best of Madison's Best Roofer 4 years in a row. We know roofs, and your roof gets the very best gutter system with Fry. It's engineered to withstand the toughest conditions and outperform year-round. 29 years of excellence and 29% off absolute gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule a free consult now at fryconstruction.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Lindenau, owner of Crazy Lenny's e-bikes. We are the e-bike experts. We've been doing this for well over a decade, and we'll use that expertise to get you into the right e-bike. We have the right bike here for everyone, and our knowledgeable staff will help select the right bike for you. So if you're looking for an e-bike, give us a call or stop on by, because nobody e-bikes like we bikes.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tirvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tirvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tirvaya.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint. Your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Service and savings. It's Woodman's.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint.
I'm Phil, saving you big time money on water.
Gallons of Food Club distilled water or gallons of Chippewa spring water. $1.09 a gallon or 3 packs for $3.15.
Hot, hot, hot. We buy direct. No one beats these prices.
Gallons for $1.09 or 3 packs for $3.15.
Ay caramba, no one beats these prices.
Better products, better prices, better service because we're employee owned.
It's Woodman's.
Coming up next at 5, a deep dive into the move to reclassify marijuana. Why the push is happening now. Thanks for watching Live at 4. We'll see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts now.